6 to 6 million USD for Gates from Gates Foundation for development of various activities. We are funded by USAID. We are funded by multiple national and international funding agencies. And currently we are in the pipeline of making lots of devices, and some we tech transferred because India is still lacking in electronic side. We are working out towards getting better electronics, and probably if the government was a little bit more period, T-words might have been better used for us. So right now it is still at that stage when you started at that time. So we tried working out prototyping in India, but now we are getting it done in Taiwan, and we have one employee in Indonesia who is looking at all product development activities, and we are designing part is doing it from India. So that another thing, and we also have a significant contributors like SIRFBio is our private another company as a partner company, as a sister company where we manufacture all bioproducts. Plastics we manufacture enzymes, we manufacture the raw material for making probes and primers. We are now, today we might be launching all the 3 products, what we have as a significance of all the 3 verticals what we have. We have engineering, we have biology, we have chemical sciences. I think I thank from bottom of my heart all of them, those who joined today and those who left us and flourished well elsewhere as well. So I would rather thank everyone from bottom of my heart. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for such an inspiring note. And now we proceed with the much awaited event of the day, the launch of our new product, Lyo beads and the portable mini RT-PCR device. May I invite Dr. Rachna Tripathi to unveil these innovations and share a few words with us.
Thank you everyone present here. Urdu or Hindi is more closer to my heart, so I will just say that हम अकेले ही चले थे जानिबे मंजिल मगर हम सफ़र मिलते गए और कारवां बनता गया. It's never a single individual. हम अकेले, probably we started alone, but one by one all of you have joined us, and that's how we could accomplish this. That's all. So thank you from bottom of my heart to each and every employee here, to each and every well-wisher, each and every friend, enemy or competitors, because everyone has given us some inspiration, some encouragement to reach here. So thanks a lot, and let us start. And regarding the product, the lyophilized beads, when we started with molecular biology, I always felt that it remains to the elite labs, because lot of ifs and buts or lot of guidelines are attached to it, that the lab should be clean, the segregation should be there, person should be trained. So always what I dreamt, that how can I take it to the people, like the rapid is done wherever and whichever way you possible. The molecular biology should also reach to that point that anybody can buy it and do it. And that is what has been motto of HUWEL, and keeping that in mind, that's the first step to introduce the extraction free and lyophilized beads, so the assays can be transported and stored at room temperature, and we could get rid of all complicated extraction and not losing the sensitivity. So that way this is the first step towards it, and we aim at simplifying even more. Let us see how it goes, but let's unveil.
Yeah, this is the first time in the world we are launching extraction So this is how it is now made. It can be this is PCR. You can store room temperature. You can store at transport. So this is a complete PCR product which has everything inside. So you just need to add a drop. Sir, the array is designed to very into it. The machine was lots of 8-inch to So this is a device. Yeah, that is a device which we are manufacturing in Hyderabad in this own facility. So, this is RT-PCR. We can do it anyway with battery operated and PC to operate. So another important event is the chemistry. I think Sriman, please join the party. So these are amidites, phosphoramidites, which we are making first time again in the country to make it to that level, that purity level. And right now we are using it for making primers and probes. So all the material what we are seeing, everything is done here.
And then we are aiming for the right now with supplementary around the crores. So we can reduce the 70%, now it will be a continuous and the world.
And we validated it third party and results are
Those are the So now we are going at 500 grams, 1 kilo in this one. So I forgot to introduce Mr. Vinay Tripathi joined us. So he was chairman of the board. So Vinay Tripathi is Rachna's brother. So
That's a very bad way of introducing. You have to go back. Eventually you have to go back. Very direct.
I know. Need to learn more. Yeah, please. We have another small MOU exchange program. So Bartronics, please. So Bartronics, I don't know where are those? Satya? Vidya? Hello.
Hi everyone. So now we'll move on to one of the most enriching parts of today's event, the guest keynote and insight sessions featuring some of our very respected leaders in science, technology and innovation. We would like to begin with our guest of honor, Sri Kalva Kuntala Taraku Ramarao Garu, an esteemed member of Telangana Legislative Assembly. So we are deeply honored to begin this session with such a visionary leader. May I now invite you, sir, to kindly address the gathering.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Shishir, Dr. Rachna Tripathi. Thank you, Varaprasad Reddy Garu, Dr. Shashidhar, Dr. Mishra ji, and Sir Redana Garu, Dr. Lakshmi, and Dr. Tripathi, who is not just a brother-in-law, but also, you know, a very, very eminent person by his stature. Thank you to all the family of HUWEL for having me here. This is, I think, my second or third time here. I think once for breaking ground, second time for inauguration, and now third time celebrate your 10th anniversary and the momentous occasion of, you know, unveiling so many new products. Congratulations on the brilliant story. Congratulations. I love the word indigenous when you used, when you kept using the word indigenous, saying, you know, this is India's and this is, you know, probably one of the best ways to reduce costs, etc. I love that whole, you know, spiel, because that was the whole idea of setting up the Medical Devices Park. In fact, as I was coming into the Sultanpur Medical Devices Park today, I was reminiscing about what this place was and what it has become. Because I think about 8-9 years ago, there was nothing here, other than just some crushers and some you know, boulders and basically barren land. Today, what it has become is truly an example of what India can become. Because honestly, it gives me immense pride, and it gives me immense joy when I see something that I started as a, you know, as a minister, as a responsible person in the government back then, come to life and provide employment to so many people across various spheres of life. So congratulations, Shishir, and more importantly, the whole idea of setting up the Medical Devices Park here was because India imports nearly 78 to 80% of its med devices from abroad. So we thought, why not create this lovely facility for our entrepreneurs, our scientists, our people with scientific temperament, so that, you know, we can start innovating, we can start doing our own things. And the first interaction with HUWEL during COVID again was very, very enriching, because when Shishir reached out saying, you know, we created a kit which reduces the cost of a COVID test, that again was very, very exhilarating for me as a person to learn that something has come from Hyderabad, something has come from Sultanpur. Later again, when you said today that you will be able to, you know, use a portable device such as this, which again is going to reduce costs and make it easy for scientists to do more and more good work. I think again a breakthrough innovation coming from our country, our ecosystem here is very welcome. Talking to Dr. Shashidhar, talking to Dr. Mishra now, I was just telling them that I was once a student of biology, very, very long. That was like, now my kids call me a really old man, so I think that was in 90s, mid-90s. So I was a student of microbiology, and then I did a master's in biotechnology. So yes, I do have some experience. In fact, I was at Dr. Shashi's lab back in 97, 98, I think, because one of my friends was working there as his student. So I was there. So I do remember a few things when I see instruments, when I see some of these products, when I keep hearing you guys talking about enzymes and talking about other, you know, products. It brings a lot of memories. It brings a lot of you know, lot of interesting you know, thoughts. But now I'm in a different sphere of life. I'm in public life, where, you know, we do things differently. I'm sure you all follow, exchanging barbs every day, and, you know, basically politics has essentially become a shouting contest. So therefore, for me, this was a refreshing break. And Shishir said, this is our celebration, you have to join. So I told him, irrespective of how big or small it is, I will come. And thanks, you know, I could see Dr. Varaprasad Reddy Garu. You know, he's one of the people I truly respect when it comes to indigenous innovation. He's one man who single-handedly, literally, I think, built brick by brick the vaccine ecosystem of Hyderabad. I commend you, sir. I compliment you, and I compliment your efforts. Wherever in the world I go, I proudly say that Hyderabad manufactures 1/3 of global vaccines, human vaccines. And I think that initial brick was laid by this gentleman, and later on I think many have joined, and जैसा रचना ने कहा, जानिबे मंजिल पे अकेले ही चले, पर लोग जुड़ते गए, कारवां बनता गया. तो I compliment you sir. మీకు అది అర్థమైందో లేదో కానీ అంటే ఓ ప్రయాణం మీరు ఒంటరిగా ప్రారంభించారు, కానీ తుది కంటా పోయేసరికి చాలామంది మీకు తోడయ్యారు. అల్టిమేట్గా అది పెద్ద ఒక వరదలాగా, ఒక పెద్ద ఉప్పెనలాగా, ప్రవాహంలాగా మారిపోయింది అని చెప్పడానికి వారు ఉర్దూలో ప్రయత్నించారు, నేనేదో తెలుగులో ప్రయత్నించాను. ఎంతవరకు సఫలమయ్యానో తెలియదు. సంతోషం ఏమంటే ఇక్కడున్న మా మీడియా కోసం కూడా చెప్పేదానికి, ఈ మెడికల్ డివైజెస్ పార్క్ పెట్టినప్పుడు ఉద్దేశం ఏముండే అంటే, మన దేశంలో 78 నుంచి 80% మనం వాడే మెడికల్ పరికరాలన్నీ కూడా దిగుమతి చేసుకుంటున్నాం ఇతర దేశాల నుంచి. అట్లా ఎందుకు ఉండాలి, మన దేశంలో ఎందుకు ఈ ఉత్పత్తులు కాకూడదు, మన దేశంలో ఉత్పత్తి అయితే ధర కూడా తగ్గుతుంది, సామాన్యుడికి ఇవన్నీ కూడా అందుబాటులోకి వస్తాయన్న ఉద్దేశంతో ఈ మెడికల్ డివైజెస్ పార్క్ ఇక్కడ ఏర్పాటు చేయడం జరిగింది ఆనాడు కేసీఆర్ గారి ప్రభుత్వంలో. అప్పుడు ఇక్కడికి వచ్చినప్పుడు ఈ సుల్తాన్పూర్ ఈ ఏరియా ఏదైతే ఉందో, ఇక్కడ కొన్ని స్టోన్ క్రషర్లు, మెటల్ క్రషర్లు, అట్లాగే కొంత ఖాళీ జాగా ఉండింది తప్ప ఇక్కడ ఏమీ లేదు. కానీ వాళ్ళు ఇక్కడికి వస్తే చాలా ఆనందంగా అనిపించింది, ఎందుకంటే వేల మంది పనిచేస్తున్నారు, చాలా పరిశ్రమలు ఇక్కడ వచ్చినాయి, ఇంకా రావాల్సి కొన్ని ఉన్నాయి. తప్పకుండా నాకైతే విశ్వాసం ఉంది, ఈరోజు ఇక్కడ జరిగిన పరిశోధనలు కానీ ఇక్కడ వారు ప్రవేశపెట్టిన ఉత్పత్తులు కానీ చూస్తే చాలా సంతోషం వేసింది. కోవిడ్ సమయంలో ఆర్టీపీసీఆర్ అనేది అప్పుడు విపరీతమైన బాగా కోవిడ్ కిట్స్ కానీ ఆ ఆర్టీపీసీఆర్ అనే టెస్టులు కానీ వాటికి విపరీతమైన గిరాకీ ఉండింది, విపరీతమైన డిమాండ్ ఉండింది. ఆ రోజుల్లో టెస్ట్ ఒకటి కావాలి, టెస్ట్ కిట్ కావాలి అంటే చాలా పెద్ద ఎత్తున ఖర్చు పెట్టాల్సిన పరిస్థితి. కానీ నిజంగానే శిశిర్ గారు, రచన గారు, వారి బృందం మొత్తం కూడా పేరు పెట్టారు హ్యూవెల్ అని. ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు టేక్ అ వైల్డ్ గెస్ అండ్ సే దట్ ఇట్ ప్రాబ్లీ స్టాండ్స్ ఫర్ హ్యూమన్ వెల్ఫేర్. సో అట్లాగా నిజంగానే ఆలోచించి 6,000 ఖర్చు అయ్యేదాన్ని ఎంత కన్నారు, 16 రూపాయల, 12 రూపాయలకి తగ్గించామన్నారు. అల్టిమేట్గా నిజంగా కూడా కేసీఆర్ గారు ఇప్పుడు మాకు ఒకటే చెప్తుంటారు, సామాన్యుడికి ఫలాలు అందించని పరిశోధన నిష్ఫలం, దానివల్ల వ్యర్థం అని. అంటే టెక్నాలజీ అనేది ఉంటే కూడా, సాంకేతికత ఉంటే కూడా, దానివల్ల సామాన్యుడికి లాభం జరగకపోతే అది వేస్ట్ అని చెప్తా ఉంటారు ఆయన. అందుకే ఇవాళ ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి చూస్తే ఒక పోర్టబుల్ ఆర్టీపీసీఆర్ కిట్ కానీ, అట్లాగే ఈ రకంగా ధరలు తగ్గించి సామాన్యుడికి మేలు చేసే కార్యక్రమాలు ఏవైతే మీరు చేస్తున్నారో, పరిశోధనలు ఏవైతే మీరు చేస్తున్నారో, దిస్ ఈస్ యువర్ 10th anniversary. I compliment you, I commend both of you on building a very strong team. I compliment the entire team on this brilliant journey. Wish you all the very best, and we will stand right next to you as you forge ahead. మీరు అన్నారు ఇంకో 10 ఏళ్ళకి ఇది ఒక ఇది అన్నారు, సో ఇంకో 2 ఏళ్లలో మేము వస్తాం, వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఇంకా బాగా చేస్తాం. అప్పుడు మేము కూడా కలిసి హైదరాబాద్ని, తెలంగాణని, భారతదేశాన్ని మరింత వేగంగా ముందుకు తీసుకెళ్ళాలి అని మనసారా కోరుకుంటూ నాకు ఈ అవకాశం ఇచ్చినందుకు మీ అందరికీ ధన్యవాదాలు. నమస్కారం. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Inspiring words. I would like to request Divya to step ahead and present the memento to Shri KT Ramarao Garu.
Yeah. I wish I request Varaprasad Garu to speak a bit.
Telugu, English అండి. For the benefit of dignitaries on the dais, I will switch between English and Telugu. Not even Hindi. Very happy. Shanta had a philosophy to make it available locally, make it affordable. That philosophy is continued by its people, if not Shanta. Shanta has gone into multinationals' hand. They disrupted it to some extent. But I am very happy the people who came out of Shanta and started their own enterprise, like Shishir, there are other people, 7-8 people. I encourage everybody in the company, scientists, to become entrepreneurs. Shishir also, when he started, I encouraged him, and I have been with him for the last 10 years? 25 years. No, at least with 10 years I have been with you on many occasions. More than. So, they are continuing the saga of making it locally at affordable cost. I compliment you, Shishir. And I want to say one more thing. Governments, they should cooperate with the entrepreneurs. Without that, startups cannot flourish. If they are applying the same rule, same system for the established industries, startups cannot flourish. They need a separate kind of support, hand-holding. They can't invest into real estate, land, building, etc., infrastructure. They should spend that money initially for the purpose of science, technology. At that crucial time, if government supports them with leased land, if they are successful, they can buy that, they can build their own empire. But initial stage, definitely government has to do. But all these things I have been talking everywhere. Most of the governments are either blind or deaf. Only few people will understand this. When this area was started around 10 years back, this one, the Sultanpur. They have given it 2 rupees, 3 rupees per square yard. Am I right? Yeah, whatever it is, that is a good thing. Now, a startup company, they are approaching government. They are saying you should buy the land at 5 crores, 6 crores. They can't do that. So, unless government revise their policy to encourage new enterprises, it is not possible. Innovation is the key for the growth. Innovation is the key for the progress. And innovations will come from only budding entrepreneurs. When once an entrepreneur becomes an industrialist, they lose the capacity of taking risk. They have something to claim. They don't want to risk that. The moment he gathers name, fame, wealth, he will not risk. He will calculate everything. Entrepreneur is not like that. Without knowing what is the depth of the project, without knowing the length of the project, he has passion to do that work. So this country needs more entrepreneurs than industries. I hope many people will follow Sisir. Sisir, you should encourage your scientists to become entrepreneurs. But, okay, whatever it is. What I mean is that parampara should continue. That is very important. They should work for you for a long time. They should produce something good. And with that experience, they also should think differently. Different products, different services. I hope such a day will come. And every enterprise should produce more entrepreneurs. Not only products and services. More entrepreneurs also should come. That is the way the country can progress. So that's a big 10 ఏళ్ళు వయసు 100 ఏళ్ళ వరకు పెరుగుతూనే ఉండాలి, 1000 ఏళ్ళ వరకు కూడా పెరగాలని మనస్ఫూర్తిగా ఆశిస్తూ ప్రార్థిస్తూ ఆల్ ది బెస్ట్ టు యూ అండ్ యువర్ టీమ్. ఒక్క మాట చెప్పాలి, మనకు చాలామంది సైంటిస్టులు, చాలామంది ఇంజనీర్లు, చాలామంది డాక్టర్లు, చాలామంది అడ్వకేట్లు, అనేక రకాలు గొప్ప గొప్ప వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు. గొప్ప నాయకులు మాత్రం లేరు. దానికి ఒక కాలేజీ, స్కూలు, ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్ పెట్టి మంచి నాయకులను డెవలప్ చేయాలి. కేటీఆర్ గారు నాకు ఆ దిశలో ఏమైనా వర్క్ చేస్తారా, మీలాంటి నాయకులు తయారు చేస్తారా అని కోరుతున్నాను. నమస్కారం.
Thank you, Dr. Varyaprasad Reddy Garu, for your valuable insights and for being a constant inspiration for the Indian scientific community. Now, I would like to take the privilege to have with us a leading figure in Indian science education, Dr. L.S. Shashidhara Garu, whose work continues to inspire excellence in research and innovation. Now, may I request you, sir, to kindly share a few words with us.
Thank you very much for inviting me and giving me an opportunity here. Congratulations to Shishir and Rachna. Rachna was also my PhD student in a way, because most part of her work was done in my lab. And I know them from PhD days. I'm really proud of both of you. You know, India turned 75 years. You know, when I was at that time Vice President of Indian National Science Academy, we wanted to commission what science has contributed during the first 75 years. There are many stories, you know, from Green Revolution to White Revolution and other things. But in health sector, we came out with 2 or 3 stories, 3 stories in a way. One which transformed the society and saved millions of people. Now, when you say transform the society, it's not like, you know, small scale. It has to be large scale, because India is at that time more than 1 billion people. Now it's close to 1.5 billion people, and with so much of socio-economic diversity, reaching out to people, we need accessible and affordable healthcare, products. So out of the 3 stories, 2 are from Hyderabad. One is I don't know if you remember the Shanta Biotech stories that we wrote. And the second is because of first indigenous vaccines, as you know how important it is for preventing the diseases. The second story was DNA fingerprint, which actually helped in variety of different ways, diagnostics and other things, and bringing the DNA technologies, to healthcare and beyond, including in agriculture. There's also from here CCMB and CDFT combination. And the third, which I want to address, is the blood bank, which helped generating, setting up blood banks across the country where, people can be given blood, store the blood, and then, donate the blood to the needy people. That started in Trivandrum. These are the 3 major stories India had in the health sector. Then the COVID happened, 2020. And then it was, as you all know, the first 5 to 6 months was totally dark. We didn't know how the world is going to be like, what will be our life going to be like. And one of the major, need at that time was RT-PCR testing kits. Because without testing kits, we wouldn't know whether I'm infected or not infected, whether I should get isolated or not. If someone gets some symptoms in my house, an entire house, people had to get isolated. And it's almost like imprisonment without any trials, right? So RT-PCR testing kits provided opportunity to say someone is infected or not infected. If it is not infected, with the help of masks, they can move around, do their livelihood work, and help other people in the family as well as in the community. And that kit was very, very expensive because every component of that kit was being imported. And because of the global need, those kits were not available to India, and also restrictions in the import because of the mobility restrictions because of lockdown and everything. That's when sometime in May, June, HUWEL and many others in the country stepped in, and started making indigenous RT-PCR kits at affordable cost. India is the only country, we have surveyed this across the country, in US, in Europe, in multiple countries. I'm not telling you without any evidence. With evidence, I'm telling you India is the only country by September 2020, October, the cost came down to affordable. By April 2021, when there was a Delta wave and the massive test had to be done during Delta wave, as you all know, most deaths happened during the Delta wave, and every day testing was very important. But we were making 1 million kits per day indigenously, and HUWEL contributed enormously for this. The second is the cost came down to an extent that 250 to 300 rupees you could get a test done. So people could move around because they could show RT-PCR negative test, when you're going in a bus or a flight or a train. Third, more important is also the timing. Because even in 21 April, I was talking to someone, a collaborator in UK, and he said, I have some symptoms, I don't know whether I have to receive COVID or not, I have to go and get tested. The appointment, the first earliest appointment he could get was 1 week later. That means there were no RT-PCR kits to test enough number of people. They were giving, after a certain number of days, and then it will take 1 more week to get the result. That means for 2 weeks, you are anyway isolated without trial, what I keep saying, imprisonment without trial. But in India is the only one, you could give the samples in the morning, by evening you would get the results. And contribution of HUWEL is enormous in this. It's not about how entrepreneurship is all about, it's also saving lives. Millions of people have served, and although we lost a few million people in this country, but several million people survived because of the availability of testing kits, and then later availability of vaccines. And India produced the largest amount of vaccine, even for COVID. And by end of 2021, almost 1 billion people are vaccinated. I think providing affordable, accessible, healthcare based on the deep technology. Even today, I don't know, when you were doing masters, RT-PCR was not there in the Pune University. It was only in some selected places. Even today, other than metro cities, RT-PCR machines are still not so available, only because of the COVID. There are many. But making this kind of products is going to take these kind of deep technology, smaller towns, villages, and it's also portable. So with a point of care kind of a product now. It's not anymore in ivory towers of CCMB. Sorry, Rakesh. Sorry for myself also. I'm also CCMBN. Right? So thank you very much for what you have done for the country and for the people and the humanity across. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shashikara Garu, for your insightful address. Now I would like to invite Dr. Rakesh Mishra Garu, who is the Director of Tata Institute of Genetics and Society. So we are delighted to have you here with us as our distinguished scientist whose leadership in genomics and molecular biology continues to guide national scientific priorities. So,
Thank
here
you.
are your words.
Thank you, and thank you, Cecilia and staff for inviting, and congratulations to HUWEL staff for 10 years of fantastic journey, and look forward to see exponential growth in the future, and I see all the reasons, and you have well wishes here, and it's a privilege to be in this entire sharing with these people who have all made big difference in their own field and healthcare. Many things have been said. What I want to say, in our personal capacity from our new institute, we are working with HUWEL, and that is what gives me impression that these are the organizations which are going to make India strong economically and healthy country. And some time back, maybe a few months back, we were doing some metagenomics and figuring out what needs to be done for the surveillance post-COVID. Now, India is going on a big way in One Health mission, and all the major cities will be surveyed for pathogen dynamics so that we can take proper strategies. And we are working very closely with ICMR to do that. And we were so encouraged and confident with the HUWEL's progress and scientific ability, and most importantly, indigenously manufacturing capacity that we interacted. And now, on metagenomic data that we get, they make the kit which we buy back and give to all the ICMR centers all over the country and do AMR surveillance today, which is possible. That is because of their indigenous production. We give the assay, after that we have to produce with quality. And you have not seen, but I can tell you now for 3 months data that is there, terrific it is. The kit is working fantastic, and they will go to it. And ICMR is so encouraged by this. Now we are going to do the testing for the One Health mission for all pathogens from 55 locations. And again, with the metagenomic data, we will generate the assays, what the pathogen to follow. And now NIV is brought into the fold. They will be doing the validation of the kit, and again look forward to manufacturing the kit. So what I'm saying is that it's not the business. It is the impact of this is enormous. We'll be able to prevent certain outbreaks because we'll know them happening, and we'll know many more things because the tests are so sensitive, and the technology that we are bringing in for the use of people is going to be high. I'm so happy to see all these things being revealed. Amidite is a chemical that I know from my research time, and we used to work so hard to get it from Sigma at that time. My PhD was based on this, so I felt a little nostalgic. Look at this bottle few times. What this? So thank you again. I'll not take so much time. It's wonderful to be here, and I'm really happy and look forward to seeing you progress in our much. This is required for this nation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
And we are associated with TAKES for development of environmental surveillance kits. So we are doing antimicrobial resistance and all that stuff across country in municipal corporations and in BRDA labs. We are now with sewage and all, we are doing testing. So that testing would enable you to identify at least 1 to 2 months prior to the infection. So you know that the epidemic might start and all. So we are also supplying those kits to people.
Thank you so much, sir, for your encouraging words and for your continued support in in our growth. Now I would like to welcome Professor Pallu Reddamma Garu from the Department of Animal Biology, University of Hyderabad. He is an eminent professor, he is an academician and researcher whose guidance has inspired countless students across the country. Now, sir, please share a few words with us.
Let me first congratulate Shishir and Rachna for the successful journey in the last 1 decade. I have seen Shishir right from the student days, PhD days, from Osmania University, and then when you started the first company and the journey all the way to the medical devices part. So Hyderabad is very well known for bulk drugs, And the biotech revolution was started by Shanta. I know right from the beginning days of Shanta how they have come up with, he laid the path for the recombinant vaccine production, and many others followed. I consider him as the father of biotech revolution in the country, and which many other. So similarly, the Genome Valley has come, and Genome Valley, a large number of biotech companies have come up in the phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. No, I think the credit goes to KTR and his government for starting this medical devices park. And today we see that this is so bulk drugs and vaccines and other biotech products are coming up. But the most important point is the diagnostic part, and that is where I think this medical devices park is really good. And let me congratulate HUWEL Life Sciences and the team for really being the torchbearer in the diagnostic field. And so not only he is involved in the diagnostics work, but he is also really coming forward to help the training. As part of the Federation of Asian Biotech Association, we started the finishing school. A large number of graduates are coming from out of the universities and colleges, but without any hands-on training, any practical experience, specifically in the field of life sciences and biotechnology. That is where the finishing school is providing the hands-on training in microbiology, molecular biology, and cell biology. And as part of that, we have been inviting the Shishir, and in fact, the students also come and visit and spend the whole day here like that. So let me thank Shishir and the HUWEL Life Sciences for providing that. The next batch of life sciences, in fact, the finishing school is starting with 20 students from the Telangana University for molecular biology, hands-on training. And in fact, we are not charging it. Any hands-on training costs a lot, but the industry is coming forward for financing 90% of the expenses. In fact, Indian Immunologicals has come up, and now Dr. Prasad Reddy also came forward for training the students for the whole 1 year. So that is possible because of the industry support. We are only charging about 10% of the costs from the students. And in that connection, I must again thank the HUWEL Life Sciences for giving that kind of support, specifically bringing the instrument and then training on such kind of equipment. So I think so Sushil has gone through a lot of struggle, and now I think he is comfortable, but I think the target has to be a global company. So we have to come up with the products for the global markets with all the quality standards that are required in the group. And then only I think we will be able to make an impact. Otherwise what happens is we may be reaching out to the local markets, but I think that's where the Federation of Asian Biotech Association, where we have chapters in various countries, will be very happy to provide that kind of platform for this one. For the first time, because of the FABA, the vaccines from India have gone to Pakistan, and those were days in the initial days. So now I think we'll be very happy to help you in that direction. Let me again thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your encouraging words and for gracing the occasion with your presence. We are delighted to now have with us Dr. Lakshmi Vemugaru, Professor at Kemineni Academy of Medical Sciences and Research Center. May I invite her to address the gathering, ma'am?
Very good morning to everybody. Thank you, Dr. Shishir and Rachna, for inviting me. I'm sort of not correct. I'm an odd person here because I'm on the other side of the bench, like all the basic scientists, but I'm on the other side as a clinical microbiologist, trying to implement these into the patient care. and always my passion had been rapid diagnostics, especially in the field of infectious diseases, and that's why I came across Dr. Shishir long back, maybe 30 or 35 years ago when I just joined Nizam's Institute, and our journey had been together, and I hope it will continue, and all the very best to all of you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your insights and for being a part of the celebration.
Electronics. Is it there?
Yes, sir.
No? Yeah, please. So we have equity participation. Yeah. This is Vidyasagar. So he is VP of electronics. So, and we have signed MOU with them for equity. So we have to the public member company. Sir, photo bada.
Yeah, please.